How did we get here? How did we get here? What in the Alice in Wonderland nightmares is going on right now?
All I can say is how fucking dare you?
If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you.
The best is yet to come.
I chose family, I chose women, I chose America. I love you.
How the fuck is this still happening? All I've ever known politically is hatred.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
It's the biggest red wave I've seen since Ronald Reagan's 49-state victory.
There were appeals to racism in this campaign, and there is racial bias in this country, and there is sexism in this country.
I can't help but wonder if the American people have given up on democracy.
I hear what you're saying, and I do see it differently because I'm thinking about the people who are not a part of anybody's elite, who are hurting tonight.
If she were a 6'4" white man from Arkansas or from, Florida, do you think she would be losing by that much?
I think that we've got to be honest. Among Hispanic men and black men, there's a lot of misogyny.
There are African-American women who know a little bit about being talked down to and know a little bit about having their economic dreams crushed, who try to dream a big dream over the past couple of months.
It's not enough to get enough white women to vote for Vice President Harris, a fellow woman. This will be the second opportunity that white women in this country have to change the way that they interact with the patriarchy.
There's misogyny. But it's not just misogyny from white men. Mm-hmm. It's misogyny from Hispanic men.
Right.
It's misogyny from black men.
And tonight they're trading in a lot of hope for a lot of hurt. And they were hoping that maybe this time, one of their own could be seen as worthy.
Things we've all been talking about, who do not want a woman leading them. Might be race issues with Hispanics. They don't want a black woman as president of the United States.
To all the pollsters, the election pollsters, blow me. I don't ever want to from you again, ever.
People who said that he was a Hitler lover weren't Democrats, they were Republicans. People who said that he was a fascist weren't Democrats, they were Republicans who worked for him.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Complicated business. Complicated.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, D-Day Cobra, Jeremy Prime, Mage of the 199, and I'm happy to see all of you here tonight on an earlier than normal CobraCast, but that's because we have Mario Kart returning tonight, and I have to be there for the return of Mario Kart, because of course I do, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But we have things to talk about. There's a lot going on today, a lot to discuss. Trump obviously did his press conference earlier today and went off on the media like he always does. They were all triggered. They were all really, really upset by Donald Trump because that's what happens. But yeah, so we'll talk about that. There's rumors that Justin Trudeau may be resigning as Canadian Prime Minister. There's a lot going on surrounding that situation. The drones, that story just continues to captivate everybody's attention. I still am on the side of it that I think Trump knows exactly what's going on with the drones, or at least to some extent, because there's no way he wouldn't if he truly wants to know, because he's getting security updates every single day. And he's in a position now where if he wants the information, he's going to be able to get it, I think, anyway. Now, does that mean that the Biden administration could still be keeping things from him? Absolutely, they could. Absolutely. But I do think that Trump, if he truly wants to know what's going on, he will be able to find out what's going on. Canada's wild right now. Yeah, it's a shit show. And they deserve it. They brought this on themselves, and they've put themselves in this situation. And now we'll see how it all plays out. But how's everybody doing today? Let me see who all is in the chat right now. Master of Puppets says, let's see if you get this right for once. Not muted. Everybody in the chat says muted. Everybody in the chat says muted. RIP Legal Vices. I don't think I've ever been on a stream with Legal Vices, but I just heard that he passed away. If I've been on a stream with him, and I don't think I have, I don't think I've ever interacted with him, but that's awful. YouTuber, LawTuber, Legal Vices apparently passed away. So that's super, super sad. And yeah, I saw that going around on Twitter. So if you weren't aware, yeah, Legal Vices passed away. Apparently heart failure, I think is what happened. So that is just awful. So sorry to hear that. So rest in peace to Legal Vices, friends, family, everyone affected. Thoughts and prayers for sure. Fattiest Marxist for $1. Thank you. Mr. Bentham for a 199. Thank you. Kira for 20. Hey, look, it's the streamer. It is the streamer. The streamer in theaters this November. Simple Jeremy says, let's go. Golden Nugget says, I like this Trump guy. He should run for office. He should. I don't know if I got Mr. Bentham's 199. I like milk for a $2 says, I like milk. Golden Nugget says, Jeremy, you are my Christmas miracle. Yay. Alex Jones says, I got a 6-day ban on X for telling Harry Sisson to shut the fuck up and suck my cock, LOL. You know, I see everybody responding to that kid, and I don't think people understand that they're giving him exactly what he wants. Am I the only one that sees this? Like this Harry Sisson guy. I see so many conservative people quote tweeting this kid and giving him exactly what he wants. And I'm just like, do you guys not understand that he's 100% doing this so you guys will quote tweet him and give him interactions? That's exactly what he's doing. I'm blown away that so many of these conservative influencers just continue to fall for it. But you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Nathan Branch says, hey, Jeremy, stop being a fig. Thanks. Kim Lipson says, I love that you always have old games playing. Retro is the only way to go in life. Retro is it. That's the only thing that matters. Nandy says, hail chat. Thank you, Nandy. I did have to address something today because good old Jack Posobiec is on Twitter. I'm not going to get into specifics, really, for people that haven't seen it, but the Yellowstone finale was last night. So again, I'm not going to give like specific spoilers or anything like that. Here's what we're going to do though. Jack Posobiec's on Twitter calling it woke because Jack Posobiec doesn't understand what the hell woke is. Typical conservative influencers that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So the reality of it is that, oh, where's my background right here? Hang on. The reality of it is that it wasn't great. It certainly was not great. But it wasn't woke. It just wasn't, and that's the bottom line. So Yellowstone finale. I've seen a few people talking about the Yellowstone finale, and I had to address it because there's just so much nonsense. Yellowstone finale. I see a few people calling it woke. It's not. That's absolutely retarded. Was it good? Debatable. I was kind of disappointed, but I wasn't expecting much after all the drama. In 1883, the Yellowstone prequel literally predicted the ending years ago. James Dutton himself called it. Losing Kevin Costner was a massive blow to this series. I don't know the details, and it really doesn't matter. Losing him affected the execution in a negative way. I blame Taylor Sheridan for that. I think the Vince McMahon rule should apply to all entertainment. And this is crucial for entertainment in general. I don't care who's right and wrong out of the Taylor Sheridan, Kevin Costner drama. I don't really give a shit. The audience is the most important thing. So Taylor Sheridan should have done whatever he needed to do in order to make sure Kevin Costner was part of this finale, because that's what would have been best for the audience. Now, I think Kevin Costner is a left-wing piece of shit, by the way. So as a person, I'm not a fan of Kevin Costner. As John Dutton, I thought he was a phenomenal character. Anyway, I love the first 4 seasons of this series. Some of the best television I've ever seen. But the final season was very hit or miss, to say the least. It wasn't a great finale, but wokeness had nothing to do with it. So that's the gist of it right there. If you say it's not good, I'm probably going to agree with you. If you say that it's woke, you're wrong. It's not woke, and you need to understand what woke is, and that was not woke at all. It was within the confines of the story. The way that they ended it made a lot of sense. And anything, it was more against the government than anything. So we're not going to spend all day on that, but nonsensical, nonsensical conservative influencers that don't know what the fuck they're talking about are out there saying this, and they're lying about some of the key story points that happened towards the end, straight up lying about it and leaving context out of it, and then everybody's running with that. So there you go right there. I am a lot more qualified to tell you what's woke than Jack fucking Posobiec, the same guy that told you Sylvester Stallone has gone woke. The same Sylvester Stallone that years later is showing up at Mar-a-Lago and hanging out with Donald Trump and Elon Musk. But according to Jack Posobiec, Sly has gone woke. Absolutely retarded. And this is why I won't interact with Jack Posobiec anymore, because when he called Sylvester Stallone woke like a year or two ago, I quote tweeted him, and then I ratioed him and pointed out how, hey, how's your buddy Jack Murphy doing, by the way? And because I ratioed him and he blocked me so that I would have to unfollow him. And then he soft blocked me. So he blocked me and then unblocked me so that I would like not follow him. And so that's why I just won't interact with him, because he's clearly a beta who needs his echo chamber. So I'll leave him to his fucking echo chamber. But Tulsa King is not woke, and Yellowstone is not woke. But Yellowstone's finale is not great at all. It's not as bad as House of Cards season 6, but it's not great either. So we'll leave that at there. So I just wanted to address that really quickly. Let's see. Jack Murphy had Cash Patel, had on Cash Patel. Wait, so he had Cash Patel on? Really? That's funny. How is old Jack Murphy doing these days? I hope he's doing okay. I hope everything's going good for him. So we'll see. Where are we at here? Jacoby for 20. Merry Christmas, Jeremy. Thank you for entertaining me this year. MAGA, I'm so happy we are back. Praise Ara 199. Hail to the chat. Thank you. And Merry Christmas to you as well. I appreciate that. Let's see. CJ Entertainment says, how do you feel about Dexter? There's a 3rd series, and so far so good. New Blood had woke characters, but they were kind of frowned upon in the show. I've never seen Dexter, so I can't speak on it. I've never seen it. I can't speak on it at all. I know nothing about it. I've heard a lot of people love it, and people have recommended it to me, but I've never watched it, so I can't say anything about it. Ministry of Wrong Think for $9.99 says, if claim the government knows what's going on the drones, you're a conspiracy theorist. The irony, only 2 options. 1, the government has no idea. 2, they're lying to us. Either way is scary. I agree with that. It's fascinating, but one thing, I just believe that 100% the government knows what's going on. I believe that our government is behind it in some way, shape, or form, for sure. It's at least interesting. But look, all I know is I would feel a lot worse about it if Kamala Harris was taking office in a little over a month. But the fact that Trump is taking office in a little over the month means that I'm at least okay with it right now, because I know they're going to clean house once he gets back in. Craig Morning says, block Harry Sisson, stop engaging with leftists. Well, the problem is like he's friends with a lot of these conservative influencers. What's her name? The chick that blocked me, the right-wing darling. What's her name? Ashley St. Clair. Like, she's actually friends with this kid. And then, so it's like professional wrestling. They go and they hang out and they take pictures together, and it's all a big game. But meanwhile, this Harry kid is like calling like Trump a rapist and all that shit, and calling Americans like that supported Trump like insurrectionists. And then they go and hang out and have a beer together. You know what I mean? So Joe Bit says, Jeremy, do you have a favorite G.I. Joe classified figure this year? Maybe the, well, so I got to think about that one for a minute. Favorite classified figure. If Shockwave came out this year, and I do believe Shockwave came out this year, because Shockwave version 1, Shockwave from back in the day from A Real American Hero, Shockwave was one of my favorite G.I. Joes ever. I believe that Shockwave classified came out this year. And if that one came out this year, then definitely that one. They're all starting to run together for sure, because I don't know if you're in the chat, if you can confirm if Shockwave came out this year. Let me see if I can look this one up so people know what I'm talking about. Shockwave G.I. Joe classified. All right, so is that going to show up? I guess there's some decent pictures here. Open that one. Is it going to open in Reddit? So it's kind of a crappy picture, but this is what I'm talking about. That's Shockwave. That one in particular is the one, one of my favorite Joes ever. Blue and gray with the motorcycle. Now that one, yeah. So this is the one that I got, the one I have. I don't have the one with the motorcycle yet. I want that one. I haven't seen that one yet. By the way, I do know I can buy all of these like off Amazon and all of that, but I personally do not like buying G.I. Joes from anywhere other than in person, because it feels like cheating when you buy. And I'm not criticizing people that buy them online, but for me, I like the thrill of hunting down different toys and collectibles and being surprised when I go somewhere and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, there it is. I don't like buying toys offline or video games offline. I don't like doing it, but I know some people do, and that's totally fine. But let me see. I respect the in-person buy. Yes, exactly, Joe Bit. So thank you, man. I appreciate it. Aberjem says, Benny J is reporting that the Rats will definitely confirm Trump's pick. Thoughts? Yeah, I mean, Trump himself even spoke on that today. So I'll probably play that clip where he spoke on that. Let's see. Benny Johnson put up a post earlier. Supposedly they have lost some radioactive material and they're trying to find it. They've been lying about it. I saw that post, but it's no longer there. I don't know if he took it down or what. So, Clapper of Cheeks says, how about them Dolphins? You know what? I have my Dolphins hoodie right over here. It's over here in the corner. But yeah, you know what? I'll wear my Dolphins hoodie for Tuesday night's main event tonight or tomorrow. If we, I don't know, should we put a super chat goal up? I'll rock my Dolphins hoodie tomorrow. All right. Dolphins hoodie and a Santa Claus hat. All right. How about that? But yeah, it's over for the Dolphins. It's over. But I'm not gonna, I'll just stay on the ship until it sinks, I guess. So, Rabbit says, just because you live in Castle Gay Skull doesn't mean you're She-Ra. Hail to the chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's talk about a few things that has happened today so far. And again, hail to everybody over on Locals and on Rumble. I appreciate you guys. Andrew CR is mad at me because Andrew CR sent a big super chat, and I didn't get it last time, and I feel really bad about that. And I don't know if Andrew CR is going to cancel me or what, but it was a huge Streamlabs donation, and I completely botched it. Mainly because I didn't have access to the Streamlabs at the time, but I will just continue to apologize to Andrew CR for that. So why are you streaming so early? Because I have Mario Kart. Viper Chief, fucking pay attention. All right. Already said that. Maybe show up on time. Quit asking questions. Okay. Viper Chief just catching hell for no reason. Let's see here. All right, so we've got stuff to talk about that has happened today. Now, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, okay, but our president is an athlete, okay? And he's one of the greatest athletes in known history. So this right here is from years ago. The media doesn't like to talk about this, but President Trump is an absolute mega alpha giga Chad, one of the greatest athletes in human history, President Trump. All right. So let's talk about this. Here we go. President Trump with, I think it's Serena Williams, showing how great of an athlete he is right here. And the media doesn't want to talk about it.
And Donald Trump is always where the cameras are when it involves making money. And today at Lowe's Island in Sterling, Virginia, he opened the Tennis Performance Center. Trump volleyed with Serena Williams, shoes off, coat on. Donald Trump showing he's got some game, some little. It's right there at the Trump National Club. Both are tremendous facilities. It was good to see him out there, and the fans seemed to enjoy it.
What can't he do? I know. The greatest athlete of our time. Yeah. Now, 6'3", 215 pounds, okay? 6'3", 215, alpha mega Chad. Now, Michael Jordan, when Michael Jordan tried to go to baseball, he couldn't play that good. Okay, so President Trump, Donald Trump, goes into tennis and dominates. One of the greatest tennis players of all time. No warm-up. Exactly, mission accomplished. No warm-up.
One more.
There we go. So there we go. I had to show that really quick because it was just so damn funny to watch President Trump just hanging out there playing tennis. And again, they used to love this man. They used to love this man. He was their favorite person in the whole world. But now, you know, he's the worst person that ever existed. So he had a press conference today, and he had a few things to say to the media. So let's check it out right here. Here we go. Are you entertaining the idea of preemptive strikes? I think they said against Iran.
Well, I can't tell you that. I mean, it's a wonderful question, but how can am I going to do preemptive strikes? Why would I say that? Can you imagine if I said yes or no? You'd say, that was strange that he answered that way. Am I going to do preemptive strikes on Iran? Is that a serious question? How could I answer a question like that? Say it. Would you be in support of Israeli strikes on Iran? How could I tell you a thing like that now?
These questions are so stupid. The media is used to asking questions to stupid people that will give them stupid answers. And Trump's like, what are you talking about?
So you don't talk about that before something may or may not happen. You know, just I don't want to insult you. I just think it's just not something that I would ever answer having to do with there or any other place in the world.
On your Time magazine interview, can I ask just clearly, do you believe there's a connection between vaccine?
So that's the end of that right there. So it's just absolutely just insane that these clowns just continue to ask these stupid questions. And thank goodness we have a president that's in position now to go like, what are you talking about? Why would I answer that question? Of course he's not going to answer that question, and he'd be an idiot if he answers this question. But that's the idiotic media that we have right now. Now, is this the same guy? Okay, so we have another angle of that question from the reporter that asked it. Here we go, right here.
Against Iran's nuclear
Well, I
facilities?
can't tell you that. I mean,
Would you?
I mean, it's a wonderful question, but how can am I going to do preemptive strikes? Why would I say that? Can you imagine if I said yes or no? You'd say, that was strange that he answered that way. Am I going to do preemptive strikes on Iran? Is that a serious question? How could I answer a question like that? Say it.
In support of Israeli strikes on Iran's.
How could I tell you?
Against Iran's.
So, of course, DEI hire asking a retarded question that any answer Trump would give would not be a good answer. So, yeah, of course, these clowns, man. Like, it's absolutely insane. It drives me crazy. Now we've got, and again, some of this audio is bad, so I do apologize that the audio sucks so much, but here we go.
Your meeting with Apple CEO Tim Cook, and did you talk about tariffs in that meeting?
Meeting with
Apple CEO Tim Cook.
I did have dinner with Tim Cook. I had dinner with sort of almost all of them, and the rest are coming. And this is one of the big differences, I think, between, we were talking about it before, one of the big differences between the first term. In the first term, everybody was fighting me. In this term, everybody wants to be my friend. I don't know. My personality changed or something, but
So if you didn't hear him, they're talking about the meetings with the, the media and stuff like that and CEOs and all of that. Trump says the first term, everybody was fighting me. This term, everybody wants to be my friend. I don't know. My personality changed or something. What changed is that they realized that they cannot stop this man. They can't stop him. They've tried and they can't stop him. And so they realized that in order for them to continue to get the things that they need, they're going to have to fall in line and bend the knee. That's ultimately what it comes down to. And that brings up something that happened a few days ago that I quote tweeted it because, again, one thing about conservatives is, man, if they find you saying one thing that they agree with, they will praise the living shit out of you because one person that has a following says something that they agree with, and therefore they're just going to go fucking crazy. They don't care that half of this shit is lies or people that are going to ride the fence and whatever. They will just jump on it all the time. So Stephen A. Smith says, talking about January 6th. Now, I quote tweeted it and I said, Stephen A. wouldn't be saying this if Trump lost the election. That's a fact. Stephen A. would not be saying it. Now, is it good that he's saying it? I mean, it's a net positive, but let's be real. Stephen A. 100% doesn't actually believe this. He's basically playing into what happened in the election, but let's listen to what he has to say.
The news comes amidst a bombshell report from the Justice Department that revealed the FBI had at least 26 confidential informants on the ground when the Capitol was stormed on January 6, 2021. The report says most of the informants engaged in illegal activity during the chaos. The Justice Department says only 3 of its 26 informants present had been instructed to observe potential domestic terrorist suspects on the day of the riot. The rest of the 23 appeared to have gone to the Capitol on their own accord. Upon hearing news of the report, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance posted the following on X, quote, "For those keeping score at home, this was labeled a dangerous conspiracy theory months ago," end quote. Didn't hear anything about that for the election. Didn't hear anything about that when the quote-unquote insurrection was broached by Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. The belief that Donald Trump was a danger to democracy and using this as a profound, illuminating bullet point to make that case. And now here we are yet again finding even more evidence.
The evidence was always there, Stephen A. Like, good Lord, like even me in the beginning when I saw everything happening, like it definitely looked bad initially. But then you start to really look at things and you're like, what the hell is actually going on here? And then you start to see how the media manipulated it. And then you start to see how politicians started to manipulate it. And then we got even more evidence not long after. And then you heard that there was evidence they were keeping, they wouldn't release. And you're like, this whole thing is a complete and total disaster. Holy shit.
To Donald Trump's claims when he articulated that process is rigged. My big issue is that I'm really, really sick and tired of every time I turn around finding something else that the Democrats have lied about or downplayed or misrepresented along the way. I mean, I see Republicans like Megyn Kelly or Officer Tatum or Candace Owens or, the Sean Hannitys of the world. You know what I'm getting tired of? To the Democratic Party. You know what I'm getting really pissed off about? I'm getting really ticked off at every time they open their mouth about something pertaining to y'all, they seem right to make the case that the right had a monopoly on insidious.
Stephen A. is one phone call away from changing his opinion on literally any topic. As someone that has watched him for years in sports media, I'm telling you, he's one phone call away from changing his opinion to whatever the powers that be want him to say every single time.
Evil tendencies, corrupt tendencies, duplicitous, hypocritical, untruthful tendencies. And every time they made those accusations, we turn around and find out that at least some of them are guilty of the same shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sick of all of it.
So mark my words. And of course, there's no way to prove it outside of the fact that if you've paid attention to this, if Trump doesn't win this election, Stephen A. Smith would have never, ever mentioned January 6th. He would have never brought it up. He would have never said this. And he would have been talking about how great it is for America that Kamala Harris has been elected and all that bullshit. 1,000%.
I'm sick of all of it. They've actually made Donald Trump look like he was right.
Because he was.
Instead of them.
Because he was. He was always right. He was always right. That's just a fact of the matter. But yeah, I saw this and this tweet has this tweet has 101,000 likes. It's got 5 million views, by the way. You know what's weird about it? You know how I was thinking about this the other day because I guess a while back, there was rumors that Twitter was going to get rid of public likes and shares and all of that, quote tweets. It's interesting because I don't know how everyone views this, but as a creator, I don't really look at likes on a video on YouTube as a determining factor of how much traction it gets. I only look at the views. But on Twitter, I only look at the likes to determine how much traction it has and not the views or the impressions that goes with it. And it's really weird how we operate differently on things like that. You know what I mean? I was thinking about that the other day, and it's interesting how so if they do get rid of public likes and public tweet numbers and all that, how will it change our perception of posts that we're seeing on social media? And I'm not sure I have the answer to that question, but it's interesting to say the least. Let's see here. Let's see where we're at. Eric Heffelfinger says Trump may play tennis, but we've lost the true athlete, Kamala Harris, and her ball skills. Damn. Brian James with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Let's see here. Hayden Wayne. And Hayden Wayne, did you change your name? Your at? Didn't you change your at to Hayden Wayne 75? That's what's up, brother. The government told us they did a bad thing. Now we can believe what everyone was saying when they said they were feds. There were feds and told them to shut up. The feds told us, so now we know. I butchered the fuck out of that. One more time. The government told us that they did a bad thing. Now we can believe what everyone was saying when they said they were feds. And we told them to shut up. The facts told us, so we know. Stephen. There we go. I didn't butcher it as bad. All right, see, Hayden has changed it officially. Look who's in the house. Adrian Curry. All these influencers, streamers, etc., jumping on the Trump train are gifting grifters. F them all. 1,000%. Thank you. I've been saying that for a while. There's a lot of people, and thank you for the super chat. It's awesome that she hangs out here. But Jeremy cannot read. You're correct, love dogs. Yeah, I mean, I noticed this before the election, and once the Trump train started to just hit overdrive, like you started to see the bandwagon was just filling up. And I'm like, you know, if you guys were to have been here the whole time, the fight wouldn't have been as tough for President Trump. But there were so many people that were willing to ride that fence until the very end. You know what I mean? And but hey, we are where we are. Trump is going to be back in office in a little over 4 weeks. Inauguration day is going to be huge, so we shall see. Lord Botha says, to quote my favorite Christmas movie, to quote one of my favorite Christmas movies to Stephen A., welcome to the party, pal. What Christmas movie could that be? By the way, I watched Red One with The Rock and not a movie star, Chris Evans. It's like a very kind of like average movie. It's not woke. It's not woke at all. So nothing like that. It's fine. I think it's worth the watch if you're looking for like a dumb kind of Christmas movie to watch. It's fine. It's okay. I personally like, I would never watch it again, but it's dumb. And there's certain things you're not going to buy into from the story standpoint. It's not offensively bad. I think that's the best thing I can say about it. It's not offensively bad. That's about it. If that's not a compliment, that's about as a compliment as I can say. Oh, man. Red One is the least Christmassy Christmas movie I've ever watched, and I love Die Hard and Bad Santa. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have like a ton of Christmassy stuff to it, but it's not offensively bad, and it's not woke. That's the best thing I can say. Let's see. Hayden Wayne. Let's see. We have a chance for unity now. We can come together. No, shut up. You wanted to put me in a camp and force a shot on me. Why would I ever work with you? 1,000%. 1,000%. Let's see. Eggy Orphan says, hey, Jeremy, now that Brett is out at Daily Wire, would you or FNT be able to get her on as a guest? Be great to see you guys talking about culture. I mean, I'm sure that's a possibility. I really don't know. I know nothing about Brett Cooper. She seems like a very sweet person. I think we need to see what type of like direction she's going to go first before like bringing her onto a Friday Night Tights stream, because we are a bunch of fucking retards. Like, you got to understand, Brett Cooper's she's like used to like professional people, respectful people, not retarded people like us. So she comes from a whole different world where they're organized, they're structured. They kind of have some semblance of what they're doing. And we are not that at all at Friday Night Tights. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see what type of content that she's going to make, and we'll go from there. Mostly Peaceful Redhead says, I almost didn't recognize you without your MAGA sweatshirt. Hey, every now and then I don't wear it. Let's see. Is this simp I smell? What? I fucking just like went off on Brett Cooper the other day, and all the fucking Daily Wire fucking weirdos are mad at me. Now I like give a like honest response about the situation. This is why the term, like when people use the term simp, it's just like so stupid. It makes no sense to me. So on one hand, I said in my video, like when I was criticizing, I wasn't criticizing her as much as like going, the Daily Wire made her. And that's a fact. The Daily Wire made Brett Cooper. There's no way in hell Brett Cooper would have 5 million subscribers without the Daily Wire structure behind her. There's no fucking way. And anybody that believes that Brett Cooper would have had 5 million subs, you're fucking crazy. There's no way. That's not to say she's not good at what she does, but 5 million subscribers, no fucking chance. No chance. But she has a huge platform now. She has a huge following, so we'll see what happens with it. Kira says heartfelt. Heartfelt. Let's see here. The Clapper of Cheek says, how about them dolphins? Yeah. The CJH says, even if the drones are aliens, if they're looking for a nuke, I'd imagine they'd have an issue with it too if they live on Earth. I don't think that they're aliens. I'm not even like, listen, my attitude towards aliens and things like Bigfoot and Loch Ness monsters, like, I wish they were real. I don't necessarily believe they're real, but I would love to be proven wrong. So I have hope that aliens and, things like that are real, but until I see them, I'm going to be skeptical. Let's see. Did you hear that Trudeau might be resigning? Yes, I did. I really don't know what to think about that whole scenario. Like, you had Trump trolling the living hell out of, Trudeau about Canada being the 51st state. I saw like right here, like, this is kind of cool looking, to be fair. Right here. So.
True patriot love in all thy sons command.
So, I mean, Trump has been trolling the hell out of Canada and Trudeau, and we'll see what happens. I don't know. Trudeau is there's rumors that he's going to be stepping down. Today he got trolled. Today, let me see if I can find it. I'm not sure I can. You know what? We're rolling with it. I don't care. I think the Quartering posted it. Here it is. Yeah, Quartering posted it. So, was this today? I don't know if this was today or not. You guys have to let me know. We're rolling with it, okay? Thank you for the super chats, because we're definitely probably going to get demonetized now. But here we go, right here. I don't know if this is real.
Justin, look at this faggot.
Is this real? Is this real?
Justin, look at this faggot.
Let's go. I don't know if it's real or not, but if this is real, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. He's all smiling. Remember those pictures of him in like the pink hoodie? And then, like, what was it last week where Justin Trudeau was basically crying because the United States elected a man for president, and he talked about how he's a proud supporter. I'm a proud feminist, and I will always support women's rights and all this bullshit. So right here, breaking news: blackface Trudeau government collapsing. Finance Minister Freeland resigns. Chaos on Parliament Hill in Ottawa. Liberal civil war. Things are not good in Canada right now. They're not good at all. So I am personally, I'm loving every single bit of that. So so good, man. And he's just smiling like the retard that he is. Then you got this clip right here. So the Canadian situation is not good. All right. It's not good. Here we go.
People are having a very hard time paying for groceries. Young people can't find affordable housing. And beyond that, we have the threat of Trump's tariffs. And that's putting hundreds of thousands of jobs in Canada in danger. And instead of dealing with issues that are important for Canadians, the Prime Minister is dealing with fighting in his own party. It's clear that the Prime Minister cannot continue. Will he resign today? Yes or no?
Mr. Speaker, the NDP leader is absolutely right. This cannot continue. This Prime Minister cannot go on like this. Housing costs have doubled. Food bank use has doubled. The debt has doubled. Gun crime has doubled. And now we face troubling tariff threats from a president who can see weakness coming from a mile away. The Prime Minister must leave this job, but there's only one person who can remove him, and that's the leader of the NDP. Will he put the country ahead of his pension?
So there you go. It's pretty bad right now. It's pretty bad in Canada. Things are not going well for Trudeau. So I have no understanding of Canadian politics and how it all works. I was talking to Krista a little bit about this. Hail Krista. I don't know if she's in the chat or not, but I was like, could it realistically because this is when Trump just kept trolling about Canada becoming the 51st state and all that. I'm like, what would that even look like? And she's like, you don't understand how liberal Canada really is. Like, there's no way that Canada would vote for that. You know what I mean? Like, it's super, super liberal. So there's no way that Canada would even vote for that. So I don't understand all the details of it or anything like that. I thought that Trump was just trolling at first, and then all of a sudden, he just keeps going off about it. And at some point, Trump ain't fucking around sometimes. So I don't know what his plan is, but I guess we'll see. You know what I mean? But he deserves to be mocked and shamed. Alex McCarthy says, let's see, Pasob Dick and his zombies came after me during Tulsa King. I strike back at his stupid take. He comes for Landman, then it's war. Landman is a fantastic show. I don't know if I can get away with playing the clip. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find this clip. I don't know if should I play this or not? I'm going to play some of it. I'll play some of it. This is a clip from Landman. Okay. If I can play this. Okay. We're going to play a clip of this. This is a clip from Landman. Okay. I fucking love this show so much. And I love this scene. John Hamm is a $1 billion oil CEO type. And they're having this board meeting right now. And listen to what John Hamm says.
Should be on easing the regulations on exports. So our LNG exports to Europe last year climbed to 64% of total exports.
Excuse me, if I may. What you're not seeing in the States is
percent of the UK's electricity from Norway, Steve.
but,
Gentlemen.
but 1/4 is from wind, which I agree is unreliable.
Consumption is not a social issue.
The hell it's not. It's deeply social. And we must endeavor ourselves to educate the world.
All right, so John Hamm's getting very frustrated. I'll try to get to the part where he pops off at him and tells him to shut up. Is this it right here? Because I can't play much of this. Here we go.
Commitment to cleaner energy.
Will you shut the fuck up? My God, this is why I don't come to these things. Y'all have been in so many shareholder meetings, you forgot what it is we actually do for a living. We are well diggers. We don't, nor can we ever control how our product is used or what it is used for.
This is such a good scene. I just don't know how much I can get away with playing because I have to keep pausing to make it transformative or it's going to get hit. So this clip, I don't know if this is actually promotional a promotional clip. So that's why I've got to make it as transformative as possible.
There's nothing I can do to make an engine run cleaner because I don't build fucking engines. I don't care what the governor of California says about electric vehicles. I don't care how many career college students block London traffic or spray paint a fucking sculpture. I care that the price of oil stays between $76 and $88 a barrel. That is what we should be discussing. The world has already convinced itself that you are evil and I am evil for providing them the one fucking thing they interact with every day. And they will.
God, this is such a good fucking line. I love this shit so much. This is so good.
Will not be convinced otherwise. Stop wasting your time. Stop fucking wasting mine.
Give me this show all day long. Give me this show forever. So that is Landman. And if you have not seen it, I highly recommend you check it out because it is fantastic. It's on, I don't know where the fuck it's at. I watch it on Amazon Prime. So, But you'll love it if you like Taylor Sheridan shows. Let me see. I've never watched Mad Men, actually. I've never seen that. So so Paramount. It's Paramount, but I watch it through Prime. I end up signing up for all of these stupid fucking streaming services because there's so many that because we have to watch stuff and I have no idea which ones I have and don't have. Disdained Granny for $1. Thank you. Warbear says, I wonder if the drones are being used to look for one of the 6 nukes that have been missing for decades. Beardo fat. Shaky Own says his backhand is terrible, which is crazy considering what he did to Hillary and Kamala. Razatez says, your quick opinion on Destro, Cobra Commander. I'm a huge fan of Destro. Destro has a big fan base as well. I hate what they did to Destro in the live action films, but yeah, I love Destro. Destro's great. Rabbit says, don't forget how Trump cooks the best blue meth. Can we watch that again? Max of ZT says, where are my breets at? Michael says, sorry, broke man. It appears that Trump is getting the respect he deserves. Thanks for this community, Jeremy. Hey, thank you. And thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Right now, Trump is definitely getting the respect that he deserves. And we'll see how long that lasts, this honeymoon phase that he might be in. We'll see. Mike Hill says Yellowstone came to an end last night. Yes, it did. D. Watt says RIP Legal Vices. Yes, if you guys are not, I don't know how many of you are aware of Legal Vices, but Legal Vices, part of the LawTube world, fellow YouTuber, passed away, I guess last night. So, yeah, I mean, it sucks. It sucks, but I didn't know him personally, but I know a lot of people that did know Legal Vices. So rest in peace to Legal Vices. Rabbit says Stephen Gay Smith probably went to the Diddy parties. Say what now? Says that's a fact. Stephen A is a surfer riding whatever waves benefit him at the moment. You have to be ready for the change up when a new wave comes. This is true. Bob says the Capitol Police self-delete after J6 should be looked at. Spirian with the 199 super sticker. Cornboy with the 199 super sticker. Alex's cheek clapping captain. Sola says, new episode of Landman. Billy Bob making that call to exact revenge reminded me of the end of Pulp Fiction, where Marcellus Wallace, if you know, you know. Yeah, the end of the most recent episode of Landman is absolutely fantastic. I agree completely. Over on Locals, we got Graptar's Hammer dropped a link to a YouTube clip. I'll have to look at that one in a minute. Just G put a picture of Trump playing tennis, says America's ass. Rich the Plug says, in a suit. Justy says, play after the show on Locals. Make a side note. Join us on Locals for an extra 30 minutes to go over clips. I won't get fucked on for copyright. That's actually not a bad idea. Copyright's the worst thing ever for YouTube. It's so annoying that you have to jump through all of these stupid hoops. It drives me absolutely crazy. What somebody was talking about earlier with Canada was this right here. Canada's deputy prime minister resigns following a dispute with Trudeau over Trump tariffs. So Donald Trump's impact across the board is being felt everywhere. And you can only imagine how much better it's going to get once he actually gets in office. But his impact is being felt across the board right now. And he's having an impact, and he's basically put Canada in a tailspin. So it's really, really crazy watching all of this play out. And I, for one, am loving every single second of it. Let's see here. There was another one that I wanted to get to. Another one of these stories. These Trump stories. Oh, so this was posted by Raw's Alerts right here. Right here. The NYPD has discovered a massive drone right here. Look at this shit. Okay. New York police recovered a massive drone abandoned in the Brooklyn Navy Yard. A video shows the NYPD officer holding the large aircraft, which appears to measure over 5 feet in diameter. Officials found the drone on a sidewalk after responding to an emailed tip. So what the fuck is happening?
Right? Yes. You look so small. You're going to be walking around. That's bigger than you. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, can you interview James for me, man? Ask him what happened.
So did you get contact with the culprit, aka Islam?
Yo, James, how you miss that, bro?
How'd you miss that? It's fucking huge. Alright. So alright, keep going. So we sent you to protect this drone, and you happen to just run it over. How do you? Yeah. Okay.
So it seems like a big joke to them. That's the first time I've actually seen the clip. They're not even taking it seriously. I think they should be taking it seriously. I guess if you're wearing a MAGA hat, they would probably take you a little more seriously. But this is just like a big joke to them, which again, why is that video even being released? How is that even going to, how does that help the confidence of the people of New York to hear that this is how your police officers are responding to that? I have not seen that video. That's the first time ever. Holy shit. That's an embarrassing video. One more time. This is an embarrassing video.
Yes. You look so small. I think you gotta be walking around. That's bigger than you. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, can you interview James for me, man? Ask him what happened.
So did you get contact with the culprit, aka Islam?
Yo, James, how you miss that, bro?
How'd you miss that? It's fucking huge. Alright. So alright, keep going. So we sent you to protect this drone, and you happen to just run it over. How do you? Yeah. Okay. What was your game plan going into that?
You know, I don't disagree with you. Where's it at? Where's this comment from Adrian Curry? Trump needs to call off inauguration. It just isn't worth the risk. Swear him down in a fucking bunker. I don't disagree with you. This is why the other day when he was at the football game and I was saying like, hey, why are we like, I would love for him to walk out there, but in reality, is it really worth it for him to go out there? And I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth it. They've already tried twice that we know of, and there's been multiple other things that we've heard, multiple stories to try to take him out. Veronid with 20 and says nothing. Says nothing. Thank you, Veronid, for the $20 super chat. Hector for $4.99 says, hey, Jeremy, you should look up Taylor Marshall's base take on Die Hard and Rolex. Pretty cool catch and worth a look. There's a tweet and a video. All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Fattiest Marxiest says, is it Maxiest? I'm sorry. My first voice comment going to be Jeremy Fat. You know, if I was guaranteed that I would not die, I would just keep eating Culver's, even if I looked like that. I mean, who cares, man? As long as you're happy, right? If I could be guaranteed, like, hey, you can eat, you can gain, I don't know, man. What do you think? Like, I'm like 195 pounds right now. So, like, if doctor says you can gain 150 more pounds, you can get up to 350. You can just eat Culver's for the rest of your life. You won't die. You're just going to be very unattractive and fat as hell. I'll be like, sign me up. Sign me up. Let's go. So, yeah, I'm okay with that. River Miles says, they're not hoops. They're cock rings. YouTube makes you jump through. Nico says, oh, what's your theory about the drones? I think it's a psyop. If I'm guessing, like, first of all, Obi-Wan John with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. If I'm guessing, the most logical answer is that it's meant to take our attention away from other things. That's my, if you really want to take all the bullshit out of it, what do I think is the true thing with the drones? It's distraction in order to take our attention off of other shit going on right now. That would be my best guess. I'm not saying I 100% like that's my like rock solid, but like that's my best guess. If I'm to make a guess, it's just to get us talking, which we've been talking about it nonstop. Everybody's talking about it. That's the water cooler discussion. That's the discussion on social media. And the fact that the government has not given a clear answer kind of lends me to more of that theory. Now, the only thing that The only thing that it makes me very weird about it is that I do think Trump has information on it as to whatever it is. And also Elon Musk has kind of been fairly silent on it for the most part. Unless I've missed something, Elon has been relatively silent on this whole situation. So it's a weird dynamic. It really is. It's a weird dynamic. River Miles says, Jarrett meat swing. I'm here for you, bro. Sweet Potato Knight says it's over. Jeremy is giving up on Trump. He is not wearing the MAGA hoodie anymore. Traitor! William Cap says, what do you call a guy with a little peen? Justin. Null faces the thing hanging down from the bottom of the drone lets it charge from power lines mid-flight. Infinite recharging. Yeah, Rolo, back in the day when we were at the G&G house, Rolo had brought his drone over, and he's a got a license and everything like that. And that's my only experience with a drone. They're cool, but I don't know what the regulations are on them. I have no idea. I don't know what how free you are to fly them in certain zones. I have no idea. So that's, I am completely an idiot when it comes to that. But to be fair, I'm an idiot when it comes to a lot of things. So you can't really, hold me accountable for that in particular. Let's see here. Oh, this clip right here. Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember this right here? Let me put this on my bookmarks. This is from a while back, but it's just too good to not show again. That Trump actually posted this back in the day. If you guys remember, what's her name? Fani Willis or Fani Willis. Trump actually did post this to True Social. And the fact that he posted this is perfect. All right. So this is Nathan Wade. Nathan Wade being asked about Fani Willis. All right. And Trump posted this shit.
Did you go to a cabin with Miss Willis ever?
Ever?
Ever.
This goes on. I got to mute it. This goes on for like 20 seconds. All right. So he just sits there. He just sits there thinking. And then when he responds, it's perfect. This is not paused or anything.
No.
You've never gone to a cabin with this?
No.
Did you go to a
Look at the look on his face when she's at
cabin with Miss Willis ever?
Look at that. He's obviously lying. He's obviously lying.
Cabin with Miss Willis ever.
Holy shit. And the fact that Trump posted this is absolutely fantastic. That's my president right there. That's our MAGA meme president right there. Holy shit. Woo! You love to see it. Which one was that one? That one. Okay, bookmarks. I just bookmarked something that we can look at. And it's right here. Okay, so going back to the drones. Now, the Biden administration, it looks like they have commented on this. Here we go, right here. Here we go.
You hear all of these officials. You've heard a lot of concern, a lot of coverage. Where are you tonight on this?
As we look at the information we've got, Brett, and we've now examined some 5,000 different sightings, we've added detection capabilities, additional observers. As you and I stand here today, to date, our assessment is that this is lawful, legal, commercial, hobbyist, and even law enforcement aircraft activity. Some of it's manned, some of it's unmanned. We absolutely acknowledge that a lot of these are.
Holy crap. Bro looking like Grumpy Cat. Holy, I have not heard about Grumpy Cat in forever. Holy crap. Thank you for the 50 River Miles. Holy crap.
probably drones, but they're flying legally, and it is legal to fly drones in non-restricted airspace as long as you're registered with the FAA. And there's thousands and thousands of these kinds of flights every single day. I think there's more than 1 million drones that are registered with the FAA just in the United States alone.
So it just started. So it just started now, though. Get out of here, man. No, I don't buy this at all. I don't buy this one bit. Something more is going on. Something more. What is going on? I don't know. But like I said, I do tend to think that there is some level of distraction involved in this, because there's just no way, man. There's no way that it's hang on. Right here. Let's see. New. The FBI asks New Jersey residents not to shoot at mystery drones. Well, when the FBI is asking you to do anything, you can assume that the exact opposite is what the better thing to do is. Not telling people to go do this. I'm just saying that the FBI cannot be trusted. This is the same FBI that raided Mar-a-Lago. This is the same fucking FBI that did that. So I'm not going to listen to anything the FBI has to say. I trust nothing from the FBI. Not one single thing. Nobody should. Let's see here. The hell is that? So here's Trump's comments on the drones right here. I hope the audio is going to be decent enough for everybody to hear it. Here we go.
Thank you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey ports? It seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows, and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people, and they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster.
Will you
Want to know
shoot them
the
down?
truth? They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster. I've decided to cancel my trip.
Have you received an intelligence briefing on the drones?
I don't want to comment on that.
Have you been?
Do you have any reason to think they're a threat?
So interesting there that he, he says he doesn't want to comment on that. I mean, it's from a common sense standpoint, I think it's fairly obvious that he's received some intelligence briefings. I just think that's obvious. But he's clearly, he seems like he's on the same kind of side as me, as like the government clearly knows what's going on, but they're intentionally not telling people, what's going on. So we'll see. It's keeping people talking. And that's the number one goal right now, is to keep people talking and keep people confused and guessing and all of that. So, Nico says, did you see the 28 years later trailer? It looks good. Yeah, we watched it on Friday Night Tights. And there we go. Yeah, I just brought that one up. Over on Rumble. So, Mark of Reality for 5 says, when the conspiracy theory that the drones are actually trying to sniff out a nuke, I concluded that this was a whole load of shit, is to scare people into wanting the Patriot Act to remain in place. Yeah, I feel like there's something more going on than what we are told. Vault 95 says Stephen A is one opinion away from scoring a $10 million Rumble deal. That is so fucking accurate. Stephen A has one conservative level opinion, and Rumble's like, hey, bro, want to give you $10 million just to come over here and make a couple of videos so we could put your picture on a graph and say we've got you on our platform. Can we do that? That's 100% accurate right there. Nullface says the thing. Got that one. Henry back to play says to ensure Trump safety on Inauguration Day, invite Coke freak Zelensky to sit right next to Trump. Joker's Disciple says, little worried about the 0-5 in 0-5 in drone video. If the drone belongs to us, remember the cops who opened the doors at J6? What happened to them? Very true. No faces to prove that they could put up a no-fly zone for a week. They won't. The Meep kid says they look like airplanes. I live in Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, or next to Dallas-Fort Worth Airport. The shape and lights look exactly the same. Yeah, it is. Some of them, it's very hard to tell the difference. I've learned that. I didn't realize how big some of these drones were. It's actually kind of crazy. They're huge. Let's see. Oh no, what is this? God, this just hit my feed. I apologize in advance, but we're gonna watch it together. Here we go. Here we go.
I think they know what it is. I think they're not going to really be able to say it, or we're going to get a really hell of a big party for New Year's Eve. It's going to just it's going to be like a dome over all 50 states of these drones, and they're all
like
doing
that.
it. Well, why not? I mean, stranger things have happened.
God, these cows are idiots. They really are. Good Lord. What the hell are they talking about? You better give us a palate cleanser for that. What is this right here? Gavin Newsom, we've been working before Doge was Doge. It's like a promo project. We're going to eliminate 62,000 positions. California is the leader in that space. What?
We've been working, I don't know, before Doge was Doge. I don't know this is just like a promo project. We've been doing civil service reform in this state. We've been consolidating job classifications. We've been updating job descriptions in this state, and we waived those requirements. And in fact, I think it was in August, earlier August, we came up with your shop. We're going to double that next year. In fact, by 32,000, it'll be 62,000 positions. We will have eliminated those barriers and that requirement. So California's been a leader in that space.
Shut the fuck up, Gavin Newsom. What an absolute clown. Are you kidding me? Is this guy actually serious? Does he actually believe that he can get away with that? Well, I mean, he's gotten away with lies for a long time. Like, part of me doesn't want to call out people in California, because I feel like that there's a lot of bullshit. Like, isn't California still voting right now? Like, they're counting votes. I mean, isn't California still counting votes from the general election? Like, that's got to be the most corrupt state by a mile. By a mile. Let's see. This video I just saw. Kamala Harris won't go away quietly. This is from Fox News. We got to see this.
Democrats, just tell them how Kamala won't be going away quietly. Despite a Dukakis-level faceplant as the nominee, the Veep is telling backers that she's doubling down on politics. She's eyeing a 2026 California gubernatorial run or a 2028 presidential bid.
Please run in 2028, Kamala. Please, please, please run in 2028. Do you think anybody is upset about that? Please run.
And it looks like she's got the big guy's blessing. Watch.
That's the road ahead. To never give up, to keep the faith, to know that what we're doing matters. I know I'm going to stay engaged. I know Kamala and Jill and Doug are going to do well as well. And I know you will. We need you badly. The country needs you badly. And you're not going anywhere, kids, because we're not going to let you go.
The Veep, who somehow managed to burn through
This is amazing. She's just completely not been on my radar. If this is the idea that they're going to run her again, please do it.
Boggling $1.5 billion in just 15 weeks, is now giving Democrats pep talks on how they will not be defeated.
Our spirit is not defeated. We are not defeated.
Yes, you fucking
Let's
are.
be clear about that.
You literally got your ass beat, destroyed. You had every celebrity. You burned billions of dollars. You lost money. You're an embarrassment to this country. You're an embarrassment to the Democratic Party, which is already an embarrassment on its own. So the fact that you're an embarrassment to the Democratic Party speaks volumes. You are a complete and total failure.
We are strong. We are clear about why we are in this. You're willing to put in the hard work, and that work must continue.
So now I see the framing between the Trump shot and this shot.
Right.
It just
and
kind
the whole
of
tone
takes your breath
and
away.
the atmosphere. And that's no, but Trump was holding a press conference, pulled together. I don't know if it was last minute, sort of felt like it was put together quickly, maybe because the SoftBank guy was there. And he's able to take all those questions and they do it. I mean, this is the annual Christmas party. This is the annual holiday party at the DNC. And that was the tone and flavor of it. So the split screen, again, like a tale of two cities, indeed. Kamala Harris is going to be in the conversation for who will lead the Democratic Party until either someone seizes the mantle or she shuts the door on the opportunity. She basically took to her bed for the last 6 weeks since the election. She is not somebody who, well, actually in China, they have a thing called lying flat, which is basically like quiet quitting, where you just give up. He's like, there's no job here for me. I was promised if I went to college and I did these things in China, I was going to get these job opportunities and have this life, and it's not happening. So I'm not doing it anymore. Quiet quitting is a gentler way of doing that. But we talk about that a little bit in America. I feel like that's what she's been doing. Then she goes there and says, you're not defeated. Oh, you are completely defeated. And it's not getting better. I keep wanting somebody on the Democratic Party to stand up. I did talk to Ben Wickler. He is from Madison, Wisconsin, actually. A Democrat. He's well liked in the progressive circles. They say he's done a pretty good job. Tammy Baldwin did keep that Senate seat.
They really don't have anybody right now. Like, who is the most logical choice for 2028 for the Democrats right now? They have nobody. The fact that they've thrown AOC's name out there just shows you how desperate they are. They really don't have anyone. And yeah, I mean, Gavin Newsom is the only like name that actually it has any name recognition, but I don't think Newsom actually plays nationally well enough for them. I really don't. But of course, let's be real. If Kamala was able to get how many of her votes, 70-something million votes, then Newsom can pull that off too. Shapiro's another one. Yeah, Josh Shapiro actually does. But does Josh Shapiro, does he have like, Josh Shapiro is a very, very articulate, well-spoken person, but I don't see him as a number one. I see him as a VP. I don't see him as the lead. He's not the leading man of the movie. He's the supporting actor. He comes off as a supporting actor. And I'm talking about like charisma level and command and everything like that. He does not come off as a guy who actually can be the guy that is the true leader that they need.
There, and he's stepping up, but I don't see him as somebody that's like, he might run the DNC, but he's not going to be the candidate.
Janine, how much pressure do you think she's under to be forced into taking this job as California governor? I mean, no one wants her in 2028. I mean, they'll might just hand that thing over to her.
Well, I think it's really a question of who wants to be governor in California. It's not, look, she's not entitled to a consolation prize. She couldn't even win the youth vote. She poorly performed with the black vote. The reason she lost is because she didn't run on anything and couldn't run on anything she did. That election loss was a blowout. It was a blowout. They lost every swing state. And now she's going out lecturing on what they call the future broader focus. She can't even focus on the minimal focus. I mean, the woman is, if the Democrats know what's good for them, they got rid of this woman, because she is a reminder of the lying and the charades that went on during the Biden administration. They told us the border was secure. They told us that, inflation was not what it was. And they told us all of this crazy stuff that Afghanistan was a success. These are not people that you need to roll out again. And in the end, she covered for a president who was literally non-compos mentis. She needs to pay a price for that. And you don't do it by giving her a consulate. I guarantee you there's some state senator or assembly person who wants to be the governor who should be given a shot at that. And by the way, what's she going to run on? What the hell did she do for 4 years as vice president?
Exactly. What did she do? She doesn't deserve this consolation prize, and I don't think that they like her anyway. They're having to pretend that they like her right now for optical reasons. They don't really like her. They just don't.
All the human trafficking, all the fentanyl, 320,000 kids missing. She should be embarrassed to show her face in public.
Let's go.
So, she'll just go hide in Hawaii for the rest of her career. Got it. What do you see in her future?
So I understand. I agree she doesn't deserve a consolation prize, but I understand how she might feel like she does. Emotionally, this is probably very difficult to go from where she was to where she is now. And she might be thinking, okay, I can't be the president, but maybe I can be the governor of California, because you don't want to feel like it was all for nothing and it's all gone. It's the same reason. It's kind of like when...
Answer me this, and I mean no disrespect to the lovely people in California that are in this chat, okay? Because I know there are some of you. But generally speaking, does California deserve her? Because it kind of feels like California kind of like deserves her after bringing Newsom back into the fold. They kind of do. I hope to hell she does not get it. Like, we do not need to live in a world where Kamala Harris is running one of the largest economies in the world, which is the Californian economy. Because California's economy is massive. It's insane. She does not need to be in charge of that.
People, they try to be friends with their exes, right? Where you're like, okay, you know what? I know he's seeing someone else, but why can't I text him happy birthday and say that he's having a good day, right? You don't want to feel like it was all for nothing. But of course, in both cases, it's very clear that it's better to just move on, move forward to something that's right for you. Because clearly she couldn't have had more help from the media. They created her. I mean, remember when she was doing on the cover of the Time magazine without even doing an interview? I mean, it could not have been easier, and she totally blew it anyway. Clearly this isn't her thing, but she needs to accept that in order to move forward. But I understand how it might be hard to be. I mean, she was the darling of everyone in Hollywood, everyone in music, everyone in media, and then it's all gone. That's got to be really hard to accept, even though you have to accept it. Yeah.
Is there anything besides politics that she could do?
Yeah,
That's
like
a
Al
serious
Gore.
question. What else besides politics could she maybe do?
It's the Al Gore model. Sorry, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know this. I'm not as passionate about it as I am about some things. But the voters will make this determination. If she seeks to run for office in California, I think Kat is right. She's trying to figure out, what do I do? I ran for a couple of months. I think she could have done a much better job. If I were her, I'd step back for a little while and try to figure out what I did right, what I did wrong, and even more fundamentally, why am I in the business of politics? If you're in the business of politics just to give speeches like that and to say we're fighting or we're this, when you fight in politics, you fight for a reason, you fight for a purpose, and you got to step back sometimes. And
she doesn't have a reason. She's a DEI hire. She's never earned anything. She's never earned any place that she's been. She didn't earn the VP position. She was selected as a VP because of identity politics. That's the reason she was in that position. She didn't earn the nomination for president of the United States. She was installed into that position because of identity politics. She has literally never earned anything that she's gotten. She is the definition. She's the poster child of DEI.
And have a little introspection about what did I do right? Why do I want to do it? It's not just her, but anytime you lose in a race like this, and the voters will help her sort it out. They'll either want her in California or want her nationally, or they will not want her. President Trump again did something that a Republican has not done in a very, very long time. He got working class Americans to believe that he was best fit and had the best ideas and best vision to take the country forward. And you have to accept that when you run in a political contest, that you could lose. You have to step back and understand why. That's why. There was nothing more complicated than that. We were wrong on issues. We didn't connect with voters on the most important issues. So every Democrat has to step back a bit and try to figure out, how do we make sure next go round that we're competitive, that we're in the center?
You bring Kamala in, please. We just want you to bring Kamala back. Okay? You deserve her. If anything, if Kamala deserves anything, she deserves for the Democrats to put her as nominee again. That's what we want. That is exactly what we want. We want Kamala to be the nominee once again. Okay? That's what she deserves right there. So yeah, we're we'll move on from that topic right there. But yeah, I mean, if she's gonna be the nominee again, I fully bring that on all day long. Hayden Wayne says O'Keefe dropped a new undercover of an intelligence program director who works in the White House that's basically saying Biden is basically dead. He talks about some stuff he's witnessed. Is that on Twitter right now? Let's see here. James O'Keefe. Let's see here. Is this it right here? Okay. Well, we're watching it, boys. Thank you, Hayden. Here we go. All right. So this is from James O'Keefe. Shocking undercover video. Joe Biden is dead. National Security Council advisor inside the White House details Biden can't say a sentence. Holy shit. Let's go. All right. Here we go.
Well, here's something. Joe Biden is like dead. He like can't say a sentence. He's like really like progressed in his old age. Everybody recognized. I can't believe it wasn't a bigger scandal there. He'll be dead in a year.
Meet Henry Appel.
How are these people so stupid to keep doing this? How does this keep happening? How? This is insane.
An advisor for the National Security Council. Henry Appel shared that President Biden had called the NSC White House phone while on a foreign trip looking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told the president that, in fact, Mr. Sullivan was not at the White House, but on the same foreign trip as President Biden.
My boss was on an international trip with him, like in Europe or something. The phone rang in the office, and I was like, "Oh, Mr. President, Henry." He was like, "He's safe there." He's like, "No, he's traveling with you. He's on the same trip that you are."
In another encounter with President Biden, Henry Appel from the National Security Council revealed a phone call exchange. On the call, Biden was asking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told Biden that Sullivan had left the office for the day. Biden stated he would call Sullivan's personal phone. Instead, Biden called the same office 10 seconds later, asking for Sullivan again.
A couple weeks ago, I was like the last one in the office. They gave me a call from my boss. And so I picked the phone and said, "Hello, Mr. President, like Henry on Jake's phone."
The obvious thing here, the obvious thing that I think everybody watching these James O'Keefe media group videos are, these women must be incredibly hot to get these dudes to just say every fucking thing. Like, these chicks must be smoking hot. That's the thing that just immediately I'm going, how hot is this chick, dude? How hot are these women?
He's left for the day, but I can try to get it on the line for you. And he like asked me some questions. I was like, I don't know, like let me get the track him down. All his Secret Service detail. It's like I'll try his like unclassified phone. Like,
well, I agree. This dude does sound gay, but I'm pretty sure I heard a woman talking to him. The other ones have been women.
Then like 10 seconds later, same phone. I picked it up again. I was like, "Hi again, it's Henry." He was like, "Is Jake there?" And I was like, "No, you called the same office."
Henry Appel stated that President Biden did not understand basic words in meetings at the White House.
Another time my boss went into briefing, I heard the talking points. I said like, oh, this is like a novel phenomenon or something. Like it's new, like it hasn't been done before. My boss said it. I just like novel, like what do you mean, like a book? Like, what do you mean novel? The two meanings of the word novel, like he was lost them.
Henry even goes on to say, on his dating profile, his greatest strength is, quote, oversharing on the first date.
Oh, you can't make this shit up, dude. You can't make this shit up. Holy shit.
You can't make this shit up.
Holy
Henry
shit.
Appel states that we...
Wait, did you just take my line from, did you just steal my line, James O'Keefe?
referring to his team at the National Security Council, were crying the night of Trump's victory, claiming they are all, quote, trauma bonded.
So everybody's probably like super drunk, right? What?
Oh, wait, it's like drawn us closer to each other because like we're all going through it together.
We shared trauma. Yeah. It's the thing. Trauma bond.
We're trauma bonded. Yeah.
Right. What was it like when you guys found?
Bro watches D-Day Cobra. I met James O'Keefe at the RNC, and they actually. So I did a reaction to one of their Disney tapes on Geeks and Gamers. It got like several 100,000 views, and they actually did see my video. So when I met him and I introduced myself as you know Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, his staffer, she's like, "Oh, we saw your video." I'm like, "Oh shit," So they actually knew who Geeks and Gamers was. So that was kind of cool.
No.
There were a lot of tears the next morning. Sure. Like, I'm gonna find a new job.
Then Henry Appel shares to our undercover journalist, White House officials and national security officials are concerned about the incoming Trump administration coming after them for things they may have done wrong.
We're also like kind of concerned about like them coming after us. They've like invested us or whatever.
What? This is insane. Of course you should be worried. This is why they didn't want Trump in the first place. This is why they were terrified of Trump.
In recent months, many of our fellow Americans
So this is
experienced unprecedented...
the ad read time. So we respect the ad read around here. So this is the wellness company. Someone that did sponsor us for a little while, and suddenly I haven't heard back from them. But we respect the grift. So here's the wellness company for James O'Keefe. And if I'm reacting to his content, we got to let his ad read play, okay?
Where medical help is not an option. Inside this rugged, waterproof case, you'll find essential medications that cover over 60 conditions that you can encounter, along with a detailed 85-page doctor-written guidebook. This ultimate...
Let's see. Jeremy has the mentality of a high schooler in the late 90s. Recognize it anywhere. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Are you calling me immature? Are you calling me immature? Because I agree.
EpiPen.
I literally fucking play Fortnite and collect G.I. Joes. The fuck you gonna say to me? Can't hurt my feelings.
Great. So I urge everyone to get the ultimate field emergency kit from our friends and supporters at the Wellness Company by going to twc.health/OMG, twc.health/OMG. That's twc.health/OMG. And now you can save 15% just by using code OMG at checkout. Meet Henry Appel, an advisor at the Intelligence Programs Directorate for the National Security Council. Within the NSC, Henry Appel works within the Intelligence Programs Directorate. According to multiple government websites, the division is responsible for overseeing and coordinating intelligence activities across various U.S. intelligence agencies, providing the NSC with crucial intelligence analysis to inform national security decision-making, essentially acting as the primary point of contact between the intelligence community and the National Security Council on intelligence matters. Henry met our OMG American Swiper on a dating app in Washington, D.C., and spoke more in depth about his NSC job and his background, even mentioning he was a spy at one point in his career.
We're so my career working like intelligence. So I worked in the intelligence programs.
This dude's 100% not straight. This dude is not. This dude is gay as fuck. And listen, I'm it's real simple, all right? Men cannot be bi, all right? They just can't. You're either gay or you're straight. I'll give women a pass if it's two hot lesbians, but men cannot be bi. You suck a dick, you're gay. You don't get the bisexual. No, you're gay. You don't get no bullshit like I'm bisexual. You're gay if you suck a dick.
Director of the National Security Council. So we give like all of the senior policymakers like all the secrets. Yeah. It's like diplomacy and international relations, like war, like war in Ukraine. My office is like super involved in it.
Me too, feeling. How was that drawing?
Terrible.
For
a while, I thought I was going to be a spy.
You thought what?
I thought I was going to be a spy. And I did that for a little while.
Prior to the undercover meeting, Henry informed our swiper on a text that he had a, quote, lot of tea to spill. Then in the meeting, Henry stated again, here's some tea, and spilled that tea on President Joe Biden's cognitive issues.
Well, here's some tea. Joe Biden is like gay.
What a comment. What a comment from a guy that works in the government to say that about the sitting president of the United States of America.
Like he like can't say a sentence. He's like really like progressed in his old age.
Holy shit! Somebody said in the chat, like, is this this does look like the what's this guy, the Luigi guy? This guy looks like the Luigi guy a little bit, doesn't he? Am I wrong about that? This looks like him. I don't know who said that. Somebody in the chat said that.
Everybody recognized. I can't believe it wasn't a bigger scandal earlier.
Henry Appel from the National Security Council revealed a phone call exchange he had with President Joe Biden. On the call, Biden was asking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told Biden that Sullivan had left the office for the day. Biden stated he would call Sullivan's personal phone. Instead, Biden called the same office 10 seconds later, asking for Sullivan again. Biden asked, is Jake Sullivan there? To which Henry stated, no, you called the same office, Mr. President.
A couple weeks ago, I was like the last one in the office, and he called from my boss. And so I picked the phone and said, hello, Mr. President, like, it's Henry on Jake's phone. He's left for the day, but I can try to get him in line for you. And he like asked me some questions, and I was like, I don't know, like, let me get the tracker down. So I'll call his Secret Service detail. So no, it's okay. I'll like call his like he called me on the classified phone. It's like I'll try his like unclassified phone. Like, and then he called, and then I was like, okay, well, let me know if you have any trouble.
I wonder, like, okay, so these people, spoiler alert, people in the government are pieces of shit. I know, shocking. I know this is big breaking news for everybody, but like, this guy's clearly on a date to try to get laid. Spoiler alert for dudes that are on dates to get laid. They make up a lot of shit to make themselves sound a lot more important than they are. Do I believe the stuff that he's saying could be true? Absolutely. Do I believe that these things specifically happened with? I have no idea. I have no idea.
And then like 10 seconds later, same. I picked it up again. I was like, hi again, it's Henry. He's like, is Jake there? And I was like, no, you called the same office. Like, let me call the Secret Service detail for you. So I did.
In another encounter with President Biden, Henry Appel shared that President Biden had called the NSC White House phone while on a foreign trip looking for NSC advisor Jake Sullivan. Henry told the president that, in fact, Mr. Sullivan was not at the White House, but on the same foreign trip as President Biden.
Another time, my boss was on an international trip with him, like Europe or something. And
the reason I bring that up is just that I personally, like, who's allowing Joe Biden to, like, at this point, seriously, like, the people that are the caretakers for Biden, which is what I'm going to call them, because that's exactly what they are. They're caretakers. I personally it's hard for me to believe that Joe Biden's in any situation where he has access to pick up a phone and call anyone without someone overseeing every move he makes, because Joe Biden doesn't know what the fuck is going on. So for him to be in a situation to call just freely and make mistakes, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
The phone rang in the office, and I picked it up, and I was like, "Oh, Mr. President, Henry." He was like, "He's safe there." He's like, "No, he's traveling with you. He's on the same trip that you are." That was like a year ago. He'll be dead in a year. Or he'll be like out of public life.
Henry Appel from the NSC even stated that President Biden did not understand basic words in meetings at the White House. Here's another experience he had with President Biden. Take a look.
Another time my boss went in to brief him, I heard the talking points, and I said, like, "Oh, this is like a novel phenomenon or something. Like, it's new, like, it hasn't been done before." My boss said, like, "It's a novel phenomenon." Like, it's like novel? Like, what do you mean, like a book? What do you mean novel?
Yeah, I feel like this is like, my gut feeling is that a lot of this is bullshit, what he's saying. A lot of this is bullshit. That's my gut feeling. Again, I'm not disputing that Biden's gone. But who the fuck is this guy? Like, who the fuck are you for Biden to be randomly calling you? I don't know, man. It just doesn't add up.
Well, just like the word, like the two meanings of the word novel, like he was lost there.
Henry Appel states that
like, for instance, when I worked for Home Depot, okay, I worked for Home Depot, and I was responsible for like basically loading up all of the deliveries that were going out that day. So I would come in at like 5, or I'd come in at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I had a checklist of things. I had 2 hours to go and load everything up to the truck so it would go out for deliveries. Now, when I was presenting myself to girls that I was trying to impress, they were like, "Oh, you work for Home Depot?" Yeah, I'm a logistics director. I take all the logistical deliveries that come in for all the commercial supplies. We structure those out, and I organize those, and then we get them ready for the commercial deliveries in the morning. I have to oversee 17 drivers, and approximately $7 to $4 million per day goes out under my watch. So I have to keep an eye on things like that. In all reality, I was a fucking idiot who just loaded up deliveries. No, I wasn't nothing impressive about my fucking job, but you make it sound like you're so much cooler. That's what this guy sounds like to me.
He, referring to his team at the National Security Council, were crying the night of Trump's victory, claiming they are all, quote, trauma bonded because of Trump's victory.
I gotta find a new job.
So everybody's probably like Casey Graham, right? What?
So wait, it's like drawn us closer to each other because like we're all going through it together.
We shared trauma. It's a thing. Trauma bond.
We're trauma bonded. Yeah.
Right. What was it like when you guys found out?
There were a lot of tears the next morning. Sure.
Then Henry Appel, National Security Council, shares to our undercover journalist that White House officials and national security officials are concerned about the incoming Trump administration coming after them for things they may have done wrong over the next 4 years.
By the way, shout out to James O'Keefe for the bisexual lighting. He's clearly watching my videos, okay? He's clearly watching. He's stealing my ideas. He's got the bisexual lighting. Just saying. Don't think I didn't notice, O'Keefe.
For years.
We're also like kind of concerned about like them coming after us.
Like how, like legally or something?
Stress.
What would that look like?
They make up like a fake scandal.
Like, and just like put you in jail.
No, not in jail. yeah, they have like a city house or whatever.
Well, maybe the new administration should come after this national security advisor. After all, he is in the National Security Council and he's sharing secrets and spilling tea to a stranger in a restaurant. Henry even goes on to say that on his dating profile, his greatest strength is, quote, oversharing on the first date. You can't make this shit up. Our OMG American Swiper asked Henry Appel if they thought Donald Trump would win the 2024 election. Henry also went on to mention that Biden's team felt like they got pushed aside by Kamala Harris during the presidential campaign.
I do think that Trump is going to win.
So I thought Kamala ran a terrible campaign. She just doesn't believe in anything.
Yes, 100%. Everybody knows it. Everybody knew it.
I know that like Biden and his team like felt did not like that they got pushed aside.
Wait, so his people don't just like unmarked follow?
In the last meeting with Henry Appel, Henry showed up to the restaurant, but he didn't find his date. He found me outside of the restaurant waiting for him. Here's part of that conversation. Hi. Henry? Henry Appel? National Security Council. Hi. I got to ask you a question. What the hell is the guy who's an advisor to the National Security Council doing? Spilling the quote tea to an undercover journalist. Stay tuned.
Yes. Let's go. All right, good work from James O'Keefe, and thank you to Hayden for letting me know about that. So that was awesome. So good stuff right there. You love to see it. So that will certainly be edited out and put on the D-Day Cobra Clips channel. Mark of Reality says, don't forget the rants. Yeah, I still got some that I got to get to. 8 o'clock says the same FBI that just found out to set up innocent Americans on J6th. River Miles says, Spirit Defenders holler. What's up, River Miles? Mar Millen says, can someone explain to me why she deserves anything, talking about Kamala? Why the hell is this blonde chickie saying she's owed something? She spent $1 billion and still lost it. Correct. She's a DEI hire. She deserves nothing, talking about Kamala Harris. Let's see. Eric for 10 says, we tried to get Newsom out. Newsom halted the recall election, then threw money at Californians right before, and because Californian voters are some of the dumbest people ever, it worked. Joe Bitts says, Kamala needs to go back to the kitchen. Make us a sandwich, Kamala. CG87343 says, just remember, as president of the Senate, she has to certify Trump's victory to her. That must be the final insult. To me, it's delicious. Wonder what she'll think when she has to declare him the winner. Ooh, it's going to be beautiful, isn't it? Marmilla says, Jeremy's gaydar isn't going off, so he knows a woman is there. Hayden Wayne says, also, don't know if you want to cover it, but from 1 hour ago, I have a tweet who claims the female shooter from today's boyfriend reached out to them, and they have 3 pages from the manifesto published. I'm going to hold off on that because those are always like, I'm always a little careful to cover stuff like that when the early stages of it, because I just saw it breaking earlier, and there's a lot of information on there. So, but I appreciate it, Hayden. Grant Potato says, you ever see the movie Dave? It's where the president dies and replaced with a lookalike, part 1 of 2. A long time ago. That was like an 80s or 90s movie or something like that, I think, right? And then Grant Potato says, there was a prophecy a while back that stated that Biden had died. I 100% think this Biden is a lookalike, a replacement. The truth is stranger than fiction. Yeah, I don't, but I understand what you're saying, but I don't. 90s, is that what it was? Okay, I do remember that one. I don't know if I've seen it or not. If I saw it, it was a long time ago. 8 o'clock says liberal men and keeping work secrets from women. Impossible. Holy frick. These betas need to be booted out yesterday. Yes, they do. Dom H says 20th can't come fast enough. That's right. And Dom H, you just tagged me on something on Twitter. What did you tag me on? Let's see. What's going on Sports Wars? D-Day Cobra, what the hell is going on Sports Wars?
Colts, this is our team. We bleed blue.
This is our Colts, whether win or lose.
We
love them. For the shoe, beat the Titans.
We'll throw another bad pick six.
This is our team. Go Colts.
This is our Colts.
Fuck. That was bad. That was bad. Damn you for even tagging me in that, Adam. Nico says the TV show 24 had a story about a missing nuclear. What are you saying right there? Oh, okay. Nuke. A missing nuke. Nico says Gavin ruined Cali. I am moving to Indiana next year. Trashbag Sam says Pelosi having hip surgery is rough. I hear whatever that happens. I hear that whatever happens at old age, that the life expectancy is usually a year. Hope she makes full recovery. We'll leave it at that. River Miles says Biden was inept in 2020, 2016, 2012, and 2008. Jimmy Ray says I'm creating a LinkedIn and dating profile right now and adding my government credentials. Wish me luck. Yo, Pops. You're a Cobra legend, by the way. I saw that. Meatwad says the dumbest NPCs in America are those who still trust the CDC. If you still take jabs, even when everyone else moved on, you're as smart as a Kamala voter. Also, Meatwad says, I'd rather have myself Shake Frylock and Carl run the White House. The ATHF has legit more crime fighting experience than the current administration. The singing figs, says Grand Potato. CG says this is the guy who would say I have relationships with women and boink men. That's the type of guy for sure. Adam Magus says this is not a distraction. There is something more sinister going on. Potentially. That's why I said I'm not like, that's just my best guess if I was to give a best guess. Matt says, I got a Trump Vance Christmas sweater in the style of Step Brothers movie and wore it in my church Christmas service. Proud of you, Jer. Keep fighting. Thank you. Adam Rice says, as a lifelong California resident in the very north, I can safely say we do not deserve any of it. That's why we floated Jefferson State. Over on locals, Just G says, hey, Adrian Curry in Beardo's voice. How you doing? And then, hey, Adrian Curry's husband, how you doing? Chat said you're married, trying to be fair. Craptar Sanders says the YouTube clip I sent was Trump not tired of winning. Oh, okay, good. I need that one. Justy says Jeremy Respect worked at Lowe's, just an overnight stalker, but on paper oversaw the logistical completion of deliveries with 98% success rate. That's it right there, boys. Okay, listen, I can tell you how to talk to people. Okay. I can tell you to talk to the ladies, okay? That's all you got to say. Like, you just got to oversell your job. And you can have the shittiest job in the world, all right? You can talk yourself up about what you do here in the CobraCast chat and make yourself sound impressive, okay? You know, you're like, yeah, I'm monitoring a chat with the #1 most super chatted YouTuber in the United States of America right now. You know, some shit like that, you know, whatever. Real easy to oversell. Let's see here. Vault95 says on Rumble, don't forget to take a sec to minimize the chat so you can smash the like to help Jeremy in the algorithm. Thank you. Vault95 says the fake conservative grifters are engaging with Harry Sisson because they're confident their Confederate destiny had a mental implosion and has largely disappeared. It lost them engagement money too. V6 Neon says UK government are scheduling court cases of terrorists to start the same day as Trump is sworn in and making all mainstream media cover it in a bad way. Ask why they're covering the Southport UK attack. Hail the 199. Vault 95 says somehow without your MAGA hoodie, you're uglier and more bald. Mark of Reality says Fannie Willis is like a bicycle, fun to ride right up until your friends see her on you. Or your friends see you on her. CD says, shut up. Let's see. Shut that gay chat down. 49er Brian says, Jer, we beating your Fins this weekend? More than likely. Listen, Tua played bad. Tua played awful. he was the reason they lost that game. He hasn't been the reason they've lost, but he was the reason they lost this most recent game. He was really bad. Waddle getting injured, Dubose getting injured, obviously, but yeah, Tua was not good. He was not good. So I can't say anything about it. That's it. Now we are going to be playing Mario Kart tonight on the Geeks and Gamers Play channel. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun. When is Mario Kart starting? Says Laughing Man. It starts in 35 minutes. 35 minutes over on the Geeks and Gamers Play channel. So that's why I went live a little bit earlier. So that is going to be happening, and I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long time since we did a gaming stream on the Play channel with the whole crew. So we're gonna have a good crew over there, and I'm looking forward to I'm bringing Dubs back. By the way, I'm bringing Dubs back. Johnny's scared. By the way, he's not showing up because he's scared. You're not following Sevi on Twitter? Am I not? I'm not. There it is. Boom. There we go. There, Sevi. I followed you, Sevi. I didn't know. I didn't even know. So, Hayden Wayne says, I'm a news and story aggregator for a stream that consistently gets really high numbers. Like, we're talking top of the United States. Also, I'm sort of an information. Yeah, see? Broker. Yeah. See, Hayden just talking it up. Maybe I need to bring Hayden is like our news person, help me kind of shift through the news and things like that. I'm not against it. Eric says, stakeholder and investor of the #1 most funded and trusted news source on independent media. Also the best produced show on YouTube. I got to say, we will probably, and I don't know, I've been slacking this month because I've been so tied up with family and stuff. We may not make top 20 this month. If I don't get back on the grift grind, we may not make top 20 this month. It's been a rough month. The Grand Duke says you're not. Oh, yeah, I got that one. That one. We're caught there. Let's see. Streaming is the hardest job, Jeremy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Grift harder. Yeah, you know what? I think what I'll do. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I need to try to go live after Tuesday night's main event. I really do. Oh, for CobraCast. So we have daily tomorrow. Then we got Tuesday night's main event. I need to do a CobraCast after main event. I need to. So Fantastic Mr. Knox says Sisson thinks that Biden giving thousands of people serving time with some who did some disgusting crimes. Disgusting crimes, walk free, thinking it's out of kindness. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I got to see if I can find this really quick. Let me go to my bookmarks. To that point, I want to talk about this really quickly before we go. This was tweeted by Patrick Bet David. And it was showing presidential pardons. And it does put everything into perspective. Like these clowns are actually like, they're getting here. Is this it? Well, he did get community noted. Let's see what the community note says. So right here, media lies, politicians lie, numbers never lie. Top 5 presidents with the most pardons. Biden is #1, FDR 2, Wilson 3, Truman 4, Obama 5. But the community note, January 20, or let's see, it's 77. Jimmy Carter granted a blanket pardon to approximately 200,000 Vietnam. Okay, that doesn't change. So look at this right here. Now, I don't know if you can read this, all right, but this line right here, Joe Biden, that's how many pardons Joe Biden has. Look at Donald Trump right here. Donald Trump's right here. Guess what? Barack Obama right there. So Barack Obama and Joe Biden in the top 5 together. That's insane. They are literally flooding criminals back into the country, and not just illegal immigrants. Insane. But Trump pardons a couple of people, and the media goes crazy over it. That is, and the media is not even talking about this. This is terrifying. That's Joe Biden. The worst president in the history of our country. Honestly, though, while the stats would tell you that he's the worst president, Barack Obama is the worst president. Barack Obama, the damage that Barack Obama did to this country, it's going to, well, if it wasn't for Trump, this country would have fundamentally changed forever. And why do I have the sports wars background? The fuck's going on? And look who's here. Look at that. Fuck you doing here?
I just wanted to hop on and say you had sports wars in the background.
When did that happen? When did that happen? I didn't even know.
I didn't know you're gonna pop me on so quick. Can I get a pardon for interrupting your show?
Yeah, you can. How you doing, Jay?
Good, man. I missed CobraCast. What's up, Snake Pit? Oh man,
Are you gonna be on Mario Kart tonight?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, I got to do a better job in letting people know in the chat. I usually just thumbs up the. I didn't like say I was gonna be on. I just hit thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
So people probably didn't understand what I was trying to say.
Now it's all good. So
yeah.
Did you hear? Did you look at all the I agree with Jays in the chat? There's a lot of I agree with Jays. Hey, well, since there's nearly 3,000 people still here, you got a book that you want to tell them about?
I didn't pop on here to promote the book, but I appreciate it.
Of course, go for it.
I appreciate it. Yeah, Achromatic Chronicles, green and blue. We only got like 2 weeks left, and the campaign is over. We're like $400 away from 80,000 total sales.
Let's make that happen.
That's pretty crazy. So, you know, if we can get like 10 books sold, we'll probably be there. But it's amazing. I can't believe how many people picked up, you know, a copy, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. The G&G community is just the most generous community. Chat's always MVP, always. So Gung Ho Max says Jay's here to grift. No, man, I came in to say Sports Wars background. Like, I was watching it. I had CobraCast on, getting ready for Mario Kart. I haven't been and seen the Snake Pit for so long, so I wanted to stop. Last time I was on, I wasn't really on. We recorded that video from your home.
Yeah, I have that. Right here. Here we go. Where's it at? Let me find that shit.
That was like 2 weeks of traveling. I look all bloated and like haven't slept in a month.
Where the hell is it? I can't find it now.
Jeremy's got this really nice, comfy seat, chat. Like, and what you see behind him, like, if you were just to pan the camera maybe 2 feet, you see piles of toys both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, they're every fucking where. Here it is, right here.
Right in the camera. It's perfect.
Is this live? Hello? What am I doing here? What is this place?
What are you doing, bro? I gotta do
I don't know.
Jay, I have to do CobraCast. This is not your channel.
What am I doing? Are we live?
No, we got to get out of here. We got to get out of here.
I don't know where to go.
I don't know where to go. You know what's funny is the lights were all jacked up because you remember we were all in here. You were all in here.
I know.
And I'll just say, I don't like talking about personal. My daughter was in here and she was asking about the colors, and she's like the way that they were matching because she's all into that shit with like photography and everything, and so she's like messing with it about like how and I never fixed it back. So then that's all like it looks like fucking Candyland behind you or some shit, dude.
I know, it was wild.
So
it was wild.
Yeah,
I might have stole something. I didn't tell him yet, but I got Jeremy an awesome Christmas gift. I don't think he showed it off yet.
I will. I don't have it's over in Studio B right now. But
I made him open it. I made him open it early while I was there. That's the only reason I came to his home. I was like, I'm gonna drop off this gift. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. So
it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Well, you guys thinking you say my daughter was trolling and she got it to look super gay in here? That is 100% probably.
That's
100%
knowing her. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw you were looking at the pardons, man. That's pretty crazy.
That is insane, dude. Like, and if Trump would have done that, there would be some nuclear meltdown. It'd be insane. You know what I mean?
Of course, it doesn't matter what he does. It's I will say this though: the more people that are pushing back on him a little bit, they're kind of getting laughed at. I think the majority of people are ready to see exactly what he can do.
Oh yeah,
before they decide to go against him. I think they want to see. My biggest problem is, I don't know who agrees with me. I think my biggest fear is the Republicans themselves. I think that's the ones that are going to keep him from doing what he needs to do to get this job done. So if they can just shut up and get out of the way and let his team just plow through, I think we'll see some cool stuff. So I think we will.
Jay,
if they mess it all up, I don't know, man.
Jay, we got a bunch of super chats for you. I agree with Jay. Jay was great on Ball Busters.
What's up, Dom?
There we go, Dom in the house. Laughing Man, who doesn't send me super chats anymore. How many books fit in a Rebellion backpack, Jay?
I'm going to say 15, maybe 20.
15 or 20?
15 or 20. So if you want to buy 20 books to fill the backpack, by all means.
Cerberus says, check out the Welcome to Rebellion podcast at 8 a.m. with Jay. It's like CobraCast IRL, but less gay.
Hey, man, I only started it because you guys asked me to do a political show, and I do it early in the morning at 8 a.m. over there on that channel. So we have a good time. We talked about drones today.
Yeah.
So all the craziness with drones.
Fantastic Knox says Sisson thinks that Biden. Oh, I got that one earlier. That's what led us down that path there. Forgotten Vet says guilty pleasure movie. Mine is Kroll and Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's
Armageddon.
a good movie.
Armageddon's my guilty pleasure movie. I fucking love that movie so much. To be fair, I mean, I have a lot, but I
like Armageddon too, but I think
that
when
movie.
that movie came out, it was like Deep Impact was my favorite one. They were both
Oh,
the
yeah.
same movie, right?
Yeah. Yeah. They were. Let's Go Bucks. Ian says, I created an intro for this a gay show. Hit me up, ladies. Fantastic Knox says one of the people Biden pardoned was a judge who accepted kickbacks that led to kids for cash. Disgusting. Black Tiger says, exaggerate accomplishments till you need to be modest. Grant Potato says, worst president ever. Woodrow Wilson, FBR, LBJ, Carter, Clinton, both Bushes, Obama, and Biden. Fantastic Snock says, another Biden pardon was a Chinese national who had a collection of child pics who also connected with Chinese officials in the high up. And John Ambler says, I agree with Jay. Look at that.
What's up, John?
I agree with Jay. Pork Chop Express says, Big Trouble in Little China is the best movie ever. Laughing Man says, where can people buy the Rebellion backpack, Jay?
Man, Laughing Man just promoting me, aren't they?
Yeah, he's trying to lead people. He's trying.
I don't want to do this on Jeremy's channel. I'm like,
Dude.
I didn't come here to do that.
Of course you can do it.
But over on this was kind of a shock. Over on 9 Line Apparel, they brought back the book bags. There's only like 100 of them left. So if you want to pick them up, they're going to ship in 24 hours. Use my code Drunk3PO20. It'll save you 20% on the $100 bag. I think they last forever. So you get the cool little Rebellion patch as well. Over on 9 Line Apparel, just type in Rebellion. There you go. Thanks, Laughing Man, for letting me share that. They're going to go quick. The first batch we got, they sold out. They sold out in 3 days.
Yep.
So I'd rather you get a book, though, but hey.
All right, we're going to end it there. We got to get ready for Mario Kart here in about 20 minutes.
Man, don't end it. Wait, let me leave because they're going to think I made you end it. So, all right, I'm out. Like, Jeremy, keep talking.
This guy. All right, we're going to end it there. So we got Mario Kart in 20 minutes over on Geeks Gamers Play. If you guys want to come hang out with us over there, looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a while since we played Mario Kart. I'll bring the Christmas Santa hat out for Mario Kart. Okay. I'll bring Christmas and I might even rock the MAGA hoodie. All right. We'll go full MAGA Trump claws. What do you think about that? You know what? I'll grift it. We'll see how the super chats go over there. Then maybe I'll do that. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode of CobraCast. I really appreciate all of you, whether you're watching on Locals, whether you're watching on Rumble or YouTube. We appreciate you. Just G says, I could smell both sweaters. And then Just G says, Jay shows up to CobraCast. Absolutely amazing. All right, guys. We'll see you on Laughing Man for a fucking dollar. We'll see you guys over on Geeks Gamers Play. This stream will raid that one. So if you're interested in that, this one will take you over there. Have a good evening, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.